Hello, I'm Leslie from leslieburton.com. And I want to ask you today, have you ever had a really good session, a meditation, an activation, a healing, maybe a coaching call, and a day or two you felt a lot clearer afterwards? Absolutely fantastic. You felt calmer, you felt more like yourself. And then life sort of happens and it sort of fades into the background a little. So if you've been there, it doesn't mean you're doing anything wrong. And so what I'd like to do today is to just sort of explain something that can change things for a lot of people. Okay. The difference between a one-off session and a healing container. And why consistency often creates the kind of change that will actually stick. Okay, because we all know we need to be consistent and how just a container can help that along. Doesn't matter what you're doing, whether it's energy work, whether it's coaching, that build is, rather than just doing a one and gone is so very different. So why is this? So a one-off session is exactly what it sounds like. You receive support once. Okay, it can be really powerful, really powerful. It can be exactly what you need at that particular moment. You need to get on there. You need something. This is what I need right now in this moment. Um, but then afterwards, um, it you just return to that thing. But that was what you needed right in that moment. And this is where a container is quite different to that. So a container is like ongoing support over time, whether it's coaching, whether it's healing, whatever that looks like in your world, it's continual ongoing support. So a steady space that you can return to time and time again, where your nervous system learns safely um, what it wants, and your body learns regulation. So it learns how to regulate itself. And your inner trust builds through repetition. Yeah, because our bodies are meant for repetition. It's through repetition that we learn things, be they the right things or be they the wrong things. That's how we learn them. So it's not that one off is bad. It is not bad. And that a container is good, that is not the right thing. So one off bad, container good, that's not how it works. They do very different jobs. Um, so here's a real, I try to keep things really grounded for you. So I'm telling it to you in a way that anybody can understand, no matter what space you're in at the moment. So here's a grounded reason that one-off sessions don't always last. So most of our patterns aren't just mental. They're nervous system patterns. They're habits in your body, like they are default settings. It's something that you return to time and time again. So we do something one off, and then it's like, oh, that was really great. I feel massively great. But then, because we're not repeating it, our body then forgets about it and goes back to what it knows, and it's safe. It knows it's safe doing. Yeah, does that sound quite familiar? So, they're habits. These are habits in our body. They're default settings. So you can have that beautiful experience, but if your week is still full of lots of stress, lots of pressure, lots of the old triggers, your system will very often just slide back into what it's familiar with. Not because you failed. None of this means you failed. You've never failed, but because your body is trying to keep you safe in what it knows. Yeah, it wants to go back to that default setting, even if it's really bad for your body, but your body knows it, it trusts it, it knows that you know how to deal with it, even if it's giving you massive stress. This is your body, it knows and trusts the old. So that's why people often say, I know what to do, I just can't stay there. Yeah, it's such a familiar thing because you know what you should be doing. You know what you could be doing, shall I say, rather than should. You know what you could be doing. You know what is best for you, but you just find it really difficult to stay there, to stay in that energy, in that place. So a container can help in a few very key ways. So there's safety through repetition. Okay, so your body learns a new safe space. So when you return to the supportive space regularly, your nervous system starts to trust it. And when your nervous system trusts, it opens up. Yeah, it opens up. The second reason is integration time. we A container gives you the time to let things land. So very often we'll do a healing, and I've been speaking to you about this over and over again, to let that integration space happen. And so very often we allow ourselves time for the meditation, for the energy work, for the coaching call, whatever that is. But then what we don't allow ourselves time for is the integration afterwards, because we return to real life, and we forget so very quickly. We don't give it that time to integrate into our body. Real change often happens between the sessions, not during the session, in the small choices we make, in the boundaries we change and make for ourselves, in the way you respond to what is happening in your world. So the third way is stop starting from scratch. Okay, stop going, oh, I need to work with this. You work with it, you forget about it, and then you come back, oh, that didn't work. Obviously, I need to try this new method. I need to try this. It's not that it hasn't worked, it's just that it was a one-off and your body has responded to it at the time and then released it rather than responding to it, integrating, continuing on to heal the next bit, the next layer. So instead of I'm back to square one, you can build a baseline by having a container. You build that momentum up. You're held by something bigger than willpower. Okay, so this is not just about willpower. In fact, willpower, yes, can help you, but willpower is conscious. And what you need to do is place this subconsciously. And that is why you do it by repetition. So, yes, willpower will help you, but only while you are in the thought pattern. Yeah. So each time you release the thought, you will go back unless you are continually taking yourself back there. I hope that you understand what I mean by that. You're held by something bigger than willpower. So when you're doing it alone, you're just relying on your motivation. In a container, you're supported by structure, by guidance, and often community energy too. And I just want to say, I've got something that you might enjoy at the end, so please do stick with me here. Think of it like going to the gym once versus having a gentle weekly practice that you can work on and improve at. One workout can feel absolutely great, but your body changes through consistency, doesn't it? We all know that. Pop to the gym, absolutely wear yourself out. Your body like groans at you the next day. Yes, I've been there. And so you're like, oh, that didn't work. But what you find is if you go and you're a little bit more gentle with your body, you can do that every day, every other day, whatever you want to do. Okay, and then you build, and then your body energizes, it gets stronger. It's exactly the way with the internal as with the external. So your body changes through that consistency. Healing is just the same. Yeah, it's not because you need fixing. It's not because you need fixing, but because your system learns through that repetition. Here's a simple way to know what you need. Okay, I always like to give you something here, and this is a simple way that you can know what you need. So a one-off can be perfect if you need a quick reset now. Okay, something is coming up for you. Nervous system regulation is a big one. You need a real fix right now. So a one-off will absolutely help you with that. You want clarity on one specific thing. So it's absolutely fantastic for that. If what you need is just a quick clarity call, you need to just go, okay, how do I need to work with this? And what you want to ask in a in an energy healing way, then absolutely at one-off is a great way to do that. Or you're in a transition and you just need support once. Okay, because sometimes what happens with energy healing is we go forward, 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 and then all of a sudden it's like for some reason you go backwards. And that is not, again, it's not because you're failing, it's because your body's going, oh, I'm having a quick, I need to go back to what I know and trust. Yeah, and so actually dealing with that in the here and now helps you keep that motivation moving forwards. A container is often best if you keep returning to the same patterns over and over again. Yeah, you're not moving on from them. You feel like you drop back after feeling good. You want to build self-trust and regulation over time. Yeah, so you want to just keep there, keep that feeling, keep that energy, and keep moving forward consistently. Or you want a steady space to come back to in a busy life. Yeah, because we get busy. And when we get busy, our brain, so we get literally busy, but our brain will also make us busy. If it feels like if I'm busy, I know I need to meditate every day for 10 minutes. But if I'm busy, I'm like, oh, I'll do it in a minute. I'll do it in a minute. I'll do it in a minute. And we don't go back to it. That is our brain making us busy because it doesn't want us to do it. Because literally, no matter how busy you are, you can find 10 minutes for yourself. And that 10 minutes for yourself will mean that the rest of your day will be much more productive. It literally works like that. So you're busy, 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 but not as productive as if you take that time for yourself and find that space. It's literally our brain telling us that if I keep you busy, you won't do that. And then I can keep you safe in your body as it is now, because we know this. We know how to deal with this. So if you're thinking, I don't want pressure, That's exactly a good contain how what a good container should be. Um, it should be it should help you feel supportive, or it should be supportive. It shouldn't be demanding on you at all. This is exactly why Patrice and I, as I keep telling you, created the multidimensional circle. And if it feels right for you as a gentle monthly container, we do a live event every month that you can just return to. We have a portal of different healings, different energies that you can return to when you feel called. Um, the live gathering, we do a multi-dimensional sort of light language, channeled mantras. We download a light code for each month. There is an Akashic journey, reflection, integration. So you know that I have this, and if you feel called to join, the link is below. But I want to tell you this week about something very different that I am just in the process of creating, just for you, because I want to create a community space that you can come into without feeling pressured, in the same way you can in the multidimensional circle, but this will be an energy space that is a free space for you to come into, where you can ask any questions that are coming up for you. Feel supported by both Patrice and I at any time. You can ask your questions, but there will also be a community of other people. And if you are the person that likes to fade into the background, you want your questions asked, answered, but you feel shy and you don't want to ask them, then what you will find is in a community space, you'll feel supported. You may want to ask your questions. It may be that just other people will ask the questions for you, and you can get the aha moment from knowing the answers for them. So not only will Patrice and I be in there to answer your questions, but so will, once we get going, hopefully many other people as we start to open this up. We will also use the container for other things as well. So there will be free healings that come into this. There will be offers for if you would like to feel to go on to other things. There may be testings. We may be doing beta testings, and oh, we'd like to know, we'd like some feedback from this. What would you like to join us for that? So this is the plan. It is in the process at the moment, and if you would like to join, I will be posting more about it very shortly. Hopefully, I will be in a space to next week put the offer out to you. And if you would just like that space, safe space to come into, you you don't want to be called to pay anything. I would just love you to come into it. You know, all I am asking for is your energy within the community. That is repayment for us. Okay, so if you're craving that support in whichever way, whether you would like to join our membership or whether you are excited about the community I'm about to open up, please do keep watching my videos because I love that you come here. If you can, like, subscribe, please do. It helps me to get out to the right people just like you that need some support in these times that we are going through right now. Okay, with love, I say goodbye to you now.